Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into TnSportsChat presented by Lehigh Valley Health Network. I'm Patrick Rancinko. This is the girls basketball edition of our program. We are in the middle of league playoff season for the Eastern Pennsylvania Conference, Schuylkill League, and Colonial League. We have one team in the Schuylkill League playoffs, Jim Thorpe, defending league champions and district runners-up. The Olympians will get underway. They will begin play tonight. This is a Tuesday against Minersville at Martz Hall. The other semifinal features Monomoy area and North Schuylkill. The Olympians are Division I champions at 13-1, so they'll be looking to repeat, get back there. As obviously to be Schuylkill League champion is extremely difficult. It's certainly a very competitive league. You look at some of the teams that have come out of there the last couple of years, and it's just littered with talent, and a lot of times even if you can just qualify for the league playoffs, that's an accomplishment kind of in and of itself. So it's always a huge thing just to get in there, have a chance to play, and be able to kind of experience that competition at Martz Hall. And again, I mean, the Olympians undefeated regular season last year, were undefeated all the way up until a game against Bethlehem Catholic in the district final. So another phenomenal season this year. Their only losses are to a North Schuylkill team that was 12-2 in Division I and also qualified for the league playoffs, and a Northampton team that was District 11 Class 6A champion a year ago. So this is an Olympians team that's again battle tested, played really stiff competition. So and just kind of seems to be obviously as good or better than last year. Very talented, very deep. You look at the players: Leela Hurley, Skylar Searfoss, our reigning player of the year, Olivia Smellis. It just, the list kind of goes on and on with the level of talent that they have. And head coach Rob Kovac has really developed a great program there for the last couple of years throughout his tenure. So they'll get underway. Begin play tonight against Minersville. That'll be at 7:30 at Martz Hall in Pottsville. And the boys and girls championship games, they will be both at Martz Hall on Friday, February 14th. The girls will be at 6, the boys will be at 7:30. So so there'll be a lot to look forward to there. Could see a rematch there with Thorpe and North Schuylkill, or Mahanoy. That is the other semifinal. So certainly a lot to look forward to there for the Olympians. But as I mentioned earlier, we're also in the middle of the Colonial League playoffs too. We have two teams that made it there, Palmerton and Northwestern. Unfortunately, the Bombers fell 47-40 to Bangor on Saturday. Reagan Namath had 9 points for the Bombers. Bethy Morgan and Brianna Moore both had 8. So the Bombers unfortunately are eliminated. They've had a phenomenal season this year. Northwestern earned the number 2 seed and had a bye, and they will face number 3 Moravian Wednesday in the semifinals. And like the Schuylkill League, Friday is the championship game for the Colonial League. So certainly a lot to look forward to there. But a lot to look forward to for a lot of these teams too, as we are now kind of on the doorstep of the District 11 playoffs beginning. So far we have Marion clinched in Class 2A, Palmerton and Northern Lehigh clinched in Class 3A, Jim Thorpe, Tamaqua, Northwestern in 4A, and Pleasant Valley in Class 6A. So, and again, Jim Thorpe was a team that made it to the district championship game last year against Bethlehem Catholic, also qualified for states. So be looking to kind of get there again this year. It's a very deep, talented pool of teams, a lot of talent there. But so certainly a lot to look forward to there as we kind of ramp up and get into postseason play. But to close out the regular season, we had Marion's Emily Shawd become the latest area player to reach 1,000 career points. She battled back from a torn ACL, didn't start playing this season until January, so phenomenal accomplishment for her. Certainly one that I know head coach Paul Bruto was extremely proud of. Big for her, big for that program, so great to see her be able to come back, reach 1,000 career points. She joins Tamaqua's Lucas Gregoire, Panther Valley's Erica Duboski, Tamaqua's Braden Knobloch, Palmerton's Justin Hosier and Weatherly's Scotty Zoshin, who also reached the mark last week against Marion as players to hit 1,000 points this season. Marion's Tyler Fritz and Tamakua's Emma Kaczynski both are over 1,900 points for their careers, so they both have a chance to reach 2,000, which is obviously remarkable. We also have several players that are closing in on 1,000 points. Likely, maybe some will, some won't get it this season. Tamakua's Emily Titus is at 977. So with a few postseason games, she might be able to get there. We have Tamakua's Skylar Searfoss. She's at 856. Again, remarkable for only a sophomore. Kind of mirrors what Kaylee Kovac did, who also reached it for Jim Thorpe as a sophomore. And Palmerton's Cody Kratzer is at exactly 900. So we'll see. It depends on how many postseason games those teams and players get, and whether or not they're able to inch closer, I guess, to 1,000 career points, or again, as underclassmen, if they'll be able to come back and get it next year. So hopefully they all stay healthy and are able to do it next year, or have long postseason runs and can get closer this season. So so certainly a lot to look forward to, a lot on the horizon with the postseason approaching. We had one district champion in the girls basketball a year ago. That was Weatherly. It looks like the Wreckers likely won't qualify for districts this season, but we'll see. We should have certainly enough talent, deep teams, and a lot of players that will be eager to kind of make their own names and sort of write their own history and kind of add another chapter this season. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll have updates on that next week when we join you for another episode of TN Sports Chat presented by Lehigh Valley Health Network. But that's all for now. I'm Patrick Matsenko. Thank you again for tuning in.